So what can Fantasy Island do for you? Well, just about anything. And for Ruby, portrayed by our next guest, she's been given a new lease on life, which she's exploring.
If there's something wrong, maybe I can help.
All I need is for you to wait. Is it worth it to you to wait a little longer? You're worth it to me.
All right. Granting our wish for an interview this morning, actress, singer, podcast host Kiara Barnes. So instead of welcome to Fantasy Island, we'll say welcome to Pix 11. Good to have you here, Kiara.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so we just saw right there, was your character Ruby in that clip, right? So what's Ruby's story? How'd she actually end up on this island?
Yes. Okay. So Ruby was actually diagnosed with a terminal illness. She was in her, I think, 70s, late 70s. And so her and her husband, Mel, wanted to come to Fantasy Island. They heard about this island, that grant wishes. They were like, okay, sign us up. And their wish was just to feel young again, you know. But obviously the island always gives the guests, you know, a little something extra than what they actually are thinking they're going to get. And they get turned into their 20-something selves. And so while they're there, you know, Ruby's feeling good, Mel's feeling great. And the island ends up having this connection to Ruby, and Ruby gets this tattoo, which is a wink wink to the original tattoo, you know, from the 70s. And this tattoo in this version of what we're doing is like a connection to the island and Ruby. And so this basically gives her the invitation if she should stay on the island. But the trade-off is if she stays, she can be young forever, but she can no longer be with her family or her husband.
Wow. That's quite a trade-off.
Yes, but ultimately Mel decided that, you know, he just said, hey, I'd be happy to know that you're in good condition than to watch you, you know, dissipate in front of me. And so, yeah, they make the decision that she should stay and live healthy. And but it's just hard because she can't like see her kids ever again, her grandkids. And yeah, it's a trade-off, but yeah,
say the least.
The guests become like her children. So.
Oh, I see. Well, the original Fantasy Island I watched as a kid. I mean, it's a totally iconic show. Besides having a woman running the island, who played by actress Rosalind Sanchez as Elena Rourke, how has this series been reimagined for our generation, for 2023?
You know, I think in a lot of ways it's for really everyone, because it goes into depth with Rourke, Elena, with Ruby, with the guests, because I think the original, you know, it was cute, but it did have more of just like an even, neutral surface. Like you don't really ever get to know the characters as much. And instead they made it really relatable. The writers themselves did such a good job, even with the guests that come on. Everyone has a story which makes the viewer feel connected or seen in some kind of way.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about some of those guest stars, right? Because there are new guests for each episode. You know, did you have a favorite or somebody you were most excited to have on the show?
I mean, it's like an actor's dream show to be on, because you get like to hang out with the most wild of actors where you go, I would never, like, we just had Marie Osmond on, and she was airing our episode last night. And so I'm just like sitting in the makeup chair, like,
right.
Or, you know, just telling me about her day. And Terry Hatcher, Cheryl Hines, like it's just the best show because you never know. I like to be surprised. I like to see who's going to like pop up in the makeup chair.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been the best experience, and I've learned so much as an actor to be able to work with these legends. And yeah, it's been an amazing experience.
But being a part of this series, though, must make you kind of think every once in a while what your fantasy would be that you would want to come true. Do you have one?
Okay, so I've done a lot of press junkets on this, so I've like narrowed my thing down. I think the best fantasy would have like unlimited vacation. All expenses covered, of course. Okay. And you go like we have a magical door, which is our portal in Fantasy Island. So like open the door, you could be in Greece, you could be in Italy, you could be anywhere at the like top highest hotel and just have a good time.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's mine.
I think our fantasy would be having a good night's sleep.
I was just gonna say,
I'm sure with you guys, yeah.
full night's sleep wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for a Fantasy Island request. Simple, keep it simple, right? First off, I'd
That's
want to be able
funny.
to be completely in shape, and then
Okay.
also get a good night's sleep.
That's actually a good idea.
Right?
We might take that idea. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Turn some heads.
Here's
Sorry,
somebody.
where am I?
Now, you actually sing also, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Tell us a little bit about that. You got to perform one of your songs when you were on the daytime drama The Bold and the Beautiful, right?
I did. It was a really special moment. I got to sing one of my, I wrote a song for them, did an original song, and then I did a Christmas song. And then for Fantasy Island, I believe it was in episode 2 or 3. We have 13 episodes this season, so I'm kind of like all over. But I think it was in episode 2 that I also sang for them as well. And it's just,
Awesome.
it's my favorite thing to do. You know, it always feels good when someone requests you for your work.
Yeah.
And,
course.
you know, music's always been something that I've been passionate about. I sing like soul music, neo soul. So it's really fun to be able to bring that to my work. Acting and singing is like the
Yeah,
perfect.
of course. Well, Kiara, what a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you so much.
We'll have you sing next time, all right?
I got you.
Yeah,
for
Fantasy
sure.
Island airs on Monday nights on Fox and the next day on Hulu. Good to see you.
Thanks. Bye.